Do that again. Move the door. You've done it before. Do it again for us, please. It's opening. Open it more. You can do it. Just a little bit more. Oh my God, it's opening more.
Keep coming.
Come on.
Holy
Oh my God.
Holy smokes!
Fort Riley, Kansas, home of the Big Red One. As Old School Paranormal continues to sort through over 100 years of paranormal claims on this active military post, two locations, Building 500, otherwise known as Summerall Hall, which serves as the garrison command, and the first territorial capital of Kansas, will be the focal points of tonight's investigation. Garrison Command is composed of dedicated soldiers and civilian employees who play a critical role in supporting the Fort Riley mission. This building was used as the post hospital from 1888 to 1948, and during World War I was the surgical services section of Fort Riley's large hospital. The hospital also housed the psychiatric ward that, today, is now being used as staff offices. This was also a hospital during the World War I flu pandemic. In 1948, the building was remodeled and became post headquarters. However, during its time as a hospital, the large basement was used as the morgue for nearly half a century. In fact, the ledges where the deceased were laid and covered with ice until it was their turn to be autopsied are still there. In October 2007, a soldier on patrol in the building took this picture in the old morgue. The figure of what appears to be a man in an old-fashioned uniform can be seen standing in front of the morgue door. Perhaps this can explain the sudden, creepy sensation he felt just before snapping the picture. Some speculate that the figure seen in the photo was actually a morgue attendant coming to check on the deceased that lie behind the door. Other paranormal claims in this former hospital come straight from the soldiers working overnight shifts there. Many claim to hear metal wheels of gurneys going up and down the hallways. In 1985, a military officer thought he saw a gray riderless horse in the building's vicinity. He thought maybe it had escaped from the stables, so he called it in, and when he went to where he saw the horse, there was no sign of it. It had simply vanished. Soldiers tell stories of working late at night in the building and experiencing odd paranormal events like sounds of groaning and crying. From July 2nd to July 6th, 1855, just 4 days, this building served as the first territorial capital of Kansas. At this location, members of Territorial legislature met to discuss issues related to the formation of the territory, including whether Kansas would permit or prohibit slavery. Territorial Governor Andrew Reeder selected this location in hopes of avoiding potential intimidation from pro-slavery residents along the Missouri border. Some would say the first territorial capital is where the Civil War began. Having been neglected for a number of years, the Kansas State Historical Society joined forces with the Kansas legislature and Union Pacific Railway to restore the structure during the 1920s. In 1927, it was designated a National Historic Place. Near the old Capitol building is the Kaw River Nature and History Trail, where the sorrowful voice of a woman can sometimes be heard drifting up from the banks of the river. One man who often stopped to walk along the trail tells of hearing the sounds of a woman singing a sad melody while walking along the path. Investigating, he moved closer to the river to investigate the source of the mournful voice. Upon arriving, he saw the shaded form of a flatboat or a barge being pulled across the river by a dark, human-shaped form. When the apparition and the phantom boat reached the other side of the river, both simply vanished. The legend is that this may be the soul of a long-dead slave woman who belonged to the man who owned the ferry in the 1850s. It is known that the ferry owner used a slave woman to pull the ferry back and forth across the river. A cool, crisp March morning. It was a big day for Old School Paranormal, as our first item of business was a public reveal from last November's investigation at Fort Riley's Triangle House and the Custer House. Nearly 75 folks from Fort Riley attended the presentation. Then, after a quick bite to eat, it was time to get ready for the overnight investigation. Unfortunately, one of our team members arrived at Fort Riley with a new look grill. Nobody ever said the life of a paranormal investigator was easy. Upon our arrival at Garrison Command, we were given a lights-on tour of the building, including the basement that was used as the hospital morgue for half a century, but not since 1948. I like to see what's on the other side of the wall, but it's right. Okay.
We gotta look at that picture and try to figure out where that's taken.
I'm not sure if it's down that hallway.
I'm wondering if it's up in there.
But people say, I turned the corner and I was in the morgue, and that's where I got. So which corner?
Well, right here.
For the most part, I think people just kind of stay out of the basement as much as possible. We do have people who work on the first floor, but they're on the other half, which is finished. It's got carpet and drywall. Looks completely different than this. But for the most part, the second and third floor, we like to stay in our little area. This was the active hospital when the 1918 flu epidemic broke out. So I can't even imagine what this. And even though that was at Camp Funston, this was still the post hospital. So there must have been a lot of activity around here.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this night. We thank you for the opportunity to be back here at Fort Riley. We ask for your guidance, your protection tonight. Keep us from any and all danger. Please remind us to just watch our heads wherever we go. Just ask that you be with us tonight. Keep us safe and get home to our families. Heavenly Father, we ask this in your holy name. Amen.
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 Your new plaque.
Okay, that's a little odd.
No, there's really not. It's like right here in the middle too. See?
I don't know what's back there. I don't think anything.
I don't see any wires.
I'm gonna set up the periscope in here and just see how does that go.
It's heading down the first floor.
Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Okay, Steve, heading down to the main floor. Are any physicians, doctors, soldiers, nurses? Anybody down here? Feel free to sit down by me. Maybe we can have a conversation tonight. I come with the utmost respect. For you, for the building, for this military post.
Neil, the periscope went off once. Kind of worked its way around slowly. Like a knocking noise?
Yeah, almost, or like something rolling down the hall, almost like, I mean, maybe a...
Look out there, maybe Steve's being drugged down the hall.
Did you get a response with the periscope, or just that?
Well, actually, Laura had played something about this building, and that's when it lit up.
It was an old YouTube video from
Ghost was in 2009.
And it started talking, the thing lit
Yeah, when
up.
she started talking, it did. Wow. And she said that she was in here, but one account was the same account with the, you know, the picture of the soldier, but the other account was her personal account, and then that's when it.
What did she say happened?
I didn't finish listening to her.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like,
That's the right.
Yeah, the rim.
Is that the rim?
Yeah.
Okay, like that. It's
No.
the lady from 2009.
Yeah.
So what would this room have been?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out earlier.
Find out, yeah.
So we think this was an addition built from 1906 to 1909.
Okay.
But I'm not really sure. I would think up this high, it would probably just been patient rooms. I don't think you would have had ORs and stuff.
These are
They would have
big.
been on the main
Mhm.
floors, don't you think?
The operating
Yeah.
room was
Yeah.
on what they call the second floor, right?
This
No,
is-
OR was
we're on the
first floor.
second
No,
floor.
emergency was first floor.
Yeah.
This is
OR
surgery.
and
Yeah.
psychiatric ward were on.
Second floor, yeah.
Are we right?
Okay.
That's unusual. It was sitting there for quite a while. Can you step away from the noise maker?
Got new batteries in there, Kevin?
Yeah, brand new.
And again, it started happening when we were talking about. Did it?
Something happened.
Yeah, I thought it
Yeah,
flickered.
something out of the corner of my eye.
It flickered.
Are you trying to communicate with us? If so, can you do it? Can you get closer?
I'm on the first floor of the Building 500, the Garrison Command headquarters here at Fort Riley. And everybody else is on the floor above me on the second floor. And so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But as you can probably understand, we can't go lights out completely in this building. There's lights on behind me, and as you can see, there's lights on down the hallway there. We haven't gotten to the basement yet as far as investigation. We're set up there, but I think that's probably going to be our hot spot, and we're going to try some new things down there. Keep thinking I see things back there behind me.
Do you want us to get out of your surgical room? We're willing to leave. We just need the sign from you.
Hello? Can you tell me your name? My name is Steve. Could have sworn I saw something move down there. Don't you be trying to scare me.
Turn off that light, please.
As the team moved down to the first floor, the floor Steve thought he saw something move at the end of the long, dark hallway. Without warning or any semblance of reason, an office light at the end of a separate corridor slowly fades on. We did not have any access to this room. There was one way in and one way out, and the door was locked tight.
I don't know how that happened. Can we even go back in there?
No way. This door's locked.
It's locked.
And there's just an office.
Okay. Her office lights, which we can't get in there, just came on.
By itself.
And it's locked, so obviously we can't get in there.
It's the art director's office.
Is there another way in?
No.
A few days after the investigation, Maggie, the Garrison Command employee that was accompanying us at Building 500, emailed us that after checking with the building manager, there were no timers that made the lights turn on at various times of the night. Any lights that turned on were done after the room's motion detector was triggered.
Do you think if I threw it hard enough, I can get a recorder down?
Okay, that was it. One of the rims just made noise. I heard it. You heard a moan?
A moan or a buzz?
Yes. Yep, there again. 829. Okay, I just saw a shadow figure move across the hallway at the end.
At the very
End. It walked from the west to the east.
Okay, good. I thought that it was just.
You saw it
I
too?
just saw something shadowy go.
Okay,
Yes.
time out. Can we stop using east and west because you guys know I'm all my left to right or right to left?
It would have been left to right.
Okay.
Is that the direction you saw?
No, Steve.
Oh, no. It was just something like it didn't move across the hall. It was almost like kind of stepped out a little bit and came back.
Then, all of a sudden, the office light dimmed and turned off.
Oh.
It dimmed. What time is it? It's 8:43. It dimmed. Did it go completely out? Is that how it was?
No, I don't remember.
Completely dark in there.
So it dimmed. Look at that. Is there another light on there maybe in a different area?
There was none in there.
It was time to move to the basement. That was once a morgue in the late 19th century through 1948. Unknown numbers of bodies were stored on ice in this large area.
Ooh, it's cold down here. Hold on.
Spool up. What? Spool up a little bit now.
I think so.
2 groups, 3. Probably 3. What I'm wondering.
If you look at that picture, you can see those 2 cabinets right there. These right here. In that picture.
Yeah,
and then
sorry.
there's
So which
this
one?
The exit sign isn't in that picture yet, but this is.
So which
So
angle
it's
was
this
where
door?
was it taken from?
He was back here.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
So
Oh, it's this?
it was
That
a wooden
door.
door,
Yeah.
not a metal door?
It's not a metal door. It looks like it's metal, but it's
They just
not.
painted it?
Yeah. If you look at that picture real close, you can see. That's what it looks like to be anyway. It's
Yeah.
right here.
The ledge was here, and that's where they laid the bodies on ice to wait to be autopsied. And there's the ledge right there.
Yep.
I mean,
Already in the morgue.
Oh, that door's not great
are we
either.
sure he was in here? Because this is the end of it, isn't it?
No, there's, if you keep going back.
No, I just saw his light.
That's what I thought too. But oh my God! Did you see that bat? I think it's a bat. It's a bat.
bat?
Yeah, there he goes again. Did you see it? Oh, there he is.
Hello! Sorry, Scott!
Oh,
See you later, dude!
Take care of it. Is there a bat in it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. And Scott's, it's between this room
And Scott.
and Scott.
I hope the back can get out. I guess if you got in, hopefully.
Leave him in that room.
That explains why I heard something.
Is he locked in there now? Isn't that what we leave now?
I think that's, that,
Isn't that the door we came in?
no.
Yeah.
No.
Batty down here.
I was saying
Yeah,
by
it's
Laura.
on our YouTube channel.
Laura's the only one that actually cares.
So you're not gonna go back in there, Scott?
No. Oh, hey, Kevin. I forgot to grab your motion
Oh, psh,
light.
I honestly think there's more than one.
really?
Like watch when they go by. I think there's more than one. See, because there's one in there. One just went by.
Yeah, I think
Do you see that? There's more than one.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There's a family.
With the bat dilemma temporarily behind us, the team split up. Scott, Laura, and Maggie were about to experience something very few paranormal investigators get to witness.
Okay, there are a couple steps here, ladies.
I didn't notice that. Yeah, that was not.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
What was that?
That was,
That scared me.
that was definitely this door.
Holy crap. Oh my god.
That actually scared me.
That scared the crap out of me.
The only way that I think that would have done that is if that door would have been open, and that door was not open. You know what I'm saying? It would be kind of create a suction.
Yeah. That startled me.
Yeah.
Who shut the door?
Yeah.
It startled me. Let's go back here and let me look over here again. They didn't pop anything in the storage unit.
Oh, that's right. It happened right when you did that.
Okay, I'm gonna shut this again. That's me. Go ahead and do it again.
Is it Nurse Betty?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Was that you, Nurse Betty?
Are we disturbing your patients?
The thing is, though, it's not like it opened and shut.
Right.
It seemed loud, right? And nobody else heard it. It seemed really loud.
Yeah, it was loud.
Just like that. I don't know. I don't see how that's
Yeah.
possible.
Guys,
Yeah.
we had something pretty freaky happen.
What's that?
That door at the very end, I mean, it doesn't have a door handle, okay? So it doesn't close.
And it looked just like that.
Right. We had looked in there. I closed it. We were coming back this way.
To look in the other storage.
Right, to look in this door here.
Into it now.
And you heard that door open and close like boom, 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 boom.
It went doo, doo, doo. Yeah.
Was it when we opened?
Okay, that's what we were talking about, but that's quite a distance.
Like, how could the
Can we
suction?
test
do
that?
That's what I want to, yeah.
It couldn't be that much.
Can you try?
Yeah, I'll go open it.
Yeah, Kevin, what you should do is probably go to the way other end and grab my recorder.
It just did something else.
What did?
It wasn't as loud, but
yeah.
it went. Dun, dun. There was a sound again.
Well, I think my camera's pointed that way. I was just.
It's not near
So
as
we should
loud.
I'm.
Now close.
No, he just closed. Yeah, no,
Nothing.
it was so
Nothing.
loud when it
No,
did
it was
Yeah.
loud.
Like it's,
Yeah.
I jumped like a foot. I was like, oh.
For that to have happened, that should have been that outside door.
Right.
If
Yes.
anything, that would have been that close.
Yeah, the door that's on the other side of that door, but it was.
That was loud. I mean,
was
that
really
literally
loud.
sounded like somebody was behind us.
Yes, exactly.
It did. It did.
It's like they're like, hey, you didn't shut the door well enough.
I don't know. That might have gotten me more than the bat.
Did it do it? Did it do it?
No.
No,
nothing
that
happened.
definitely scared me more than.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Good.
So.
I didn't tell you guys this, but when I was putting my audio recorder back into this room, I did hear like some kind of noises coming from that hallway, but I took it with a grain of salt earlier.
Well, that was like a loud bang.
Yeah, there was no.
But the second time, it was not. It sounded like it was
just
on
a
the other
little-
side of that door,
Yeah.
like like on the maybe on the stairs or something. It was more subtle. It was not subtle.
Yeah, that first one
at
was
all.
not subtle, no. It was like, close it. You know,
Yeah, it was-
I mean, leave me alone.
It was
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah, it was quite loud.
Do you need for us to leave?
Do that again. Move the door. You've done it before. Do it again for us, please. Don't be scared. I don't think you can do it again. I would love for you to prove me wrong.
This is gonna be me touching this. So.
Is it open a bit?
I was gonna say, did you see like a little light behind
Yeah.
there?
To me.
It's opening!
Oh my God.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Holy crap.
We thought, yeah.
Holy
We,
It's okay. It's okay.
we thought that it had been open, but that's okay.
Oh my God.
Holy crap!
It's shut.
It opened
It
and
opened
then
and
shut.
We're open.
No, I got it on
Open
camera.
again, isn't it?
Yeah?
Yes.
I'm looking at the top corner, top left corner. That's what I'm looking at.
Yes, it's open again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't Nurse Betty down there?
Thank you, by the way, for doing that again.
We knew you could. There, see, it's opening.
Oh my God! It's moving.
Okay. Now what are you gonna do?
Holy crap, it's open.
I just saw something
Yes.
behind the doorknob.
So that's I did too. Before. Yes. Do you think
Go
it's
ahead.
Slam it.
I heard it.
That is. You should be able to hear him see
Watch
it.
it.
And it can't be.
No.
You guys, what could be doing that?
Holy smokes!
Not get any less.
This is incredible.
Wow. I'll tell you what.
It's opening again.
It is.
It's opening again.
Yeah, just watch the top left corner, guys. Above the door handle.
But if you look at the doorknob too, every once in a while you can see
You can
something
see something
go by
flick
the
behind
door,
it.
the doorknob.
Yes, like a light or
I
something.
take a REM pod down there.
I'm
I'm not.
No, I mean, I think let's just let it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let it
Let's
for a
let.
little bit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'll put it down there.
I don't mind putting it down there.
Can you open it more? Like a foot, maybe?
Meanwhile, missing out on all the crazy happenings on the other side of the former morgue, Neil is alone, trying to determine if anyone or anything is with him in the room.
There's someone in here with me tonight. Who made that device light up? My name is Neil. I'm with a paranormal group out of Hays, Kansas. Fort Hays, maybe you've heard of it. We are here to ask to come in this evening, and we're not trying to scare anyone, trying to get anyone to leave. I know there were probably I know there were a lot of people that were laid up on these ledges after they passed to wait to be autopsied. They put ice on the bodies to keep them cool as they waited to be autopsied. Perhaps there's a patient down here, or person down here that died from the flu outbreak, 1918.
Open it up more, please. And then slam it as hard as you can.
Yeah, that's the thing. When it first happened, it was a hell of a lot louder than that.
It was.
It
It
was
was
more
an angry
forceful.
slam, yeah.
Yes, like leave me alone.
If you want us to leave you alone, I want you to slam that door and
Something
we will
went
leave
behind
you
the doorknob
alone.
again.
Steve, you have the better camera. You want to be?
Up front?
Yeah. Is mine kind of getting in your way?
No, you're all right.
I haven't, this is Kevin, I haven't seen it yet. Can you do it for me, please? I'm kind of a chicken too, so you can scare me.
See, I can't tell. I don't feel like you're trying to scare us. Maybe. I almost feel like you're just saying, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Is that what you want us to do? Just leave you alone?
Oh my god, why does it look like something's behind the door?
I know.
Did you guys notice the lights on the door on the right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
But we didn't notice it on earlier today, and that's what we were talking
but we
about,
were
and that's
wondering.
why we tried to
There it
look
goes.
up.
It's going, it's going,
Oh,
it's
it's over
going.
here.
Yeah. There you go.
Slam it hard.
Oh my god!
Okay.
I can't believe I just saw that.
Okay. We did open that door itself and go into there.
Yes. Yeah.
That is creepy.
We might have
That
to
is-
step
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
into the. Okay. What was that? There it is. Be a walkie. Okay.
You want to go in there by yourself?
Now, I'm not going to go any further than this.
Well, this is the morgue at the hospital here for 60 years. There has to be someone here left attached to this building. The energy that you leave after you pass has to be here yet. I have a device sitting over there on the bench. You saw earlier, it lit up and made some noise. There's another one over here. If you touch it, it'll make some noise and light up. I'm not here to harm you. What the hell was that? Son. Neil, we're at in the basement of Summerall Hall, building 500 at Fort Riley, Kansas. It's right behind the door where the picture was taken several years ago. Heard a loud noise in the little room adjacent here through the iron door there. Sounded like maybe a gurney or something rolling or coming into the room. It was really loud. Kind of scared me a little bit. Just going to keep rolling.
We're in the hallway here, and if you can open that up a foot, just 1 foot, 12 inches, and slam the door, you have my word, we will leave you alone. It's opening.
That's far too. That's the farthest it's been open.
Yeah. More, please. Open it more. You can do it. You can use energy from my camera. Just a little bit more. Oh my God, it's opening more.
Mm-hmm. Keep coming.
Come on.
I'm telling you, Maggie, she keeps open.
Ah! No, there's something moving back there. Holy.
When I was over there earlier, I was kind of out in the middle, had my camera set up, had the pod or whatever going, and there was a very loud noise, metallic type noise back in that back room. Pretty sure it wasn't the bats flying around because they were doing that before. I really didn't hear them. It almost sounded like something maybe throwing up on a table, or not throwing up, but put on a table or something. It was almost metallic-like sound. I don't know if it was rolling wheels or what, but it was loud.
Yeah. This is really the freakiest thing I've ever seen.
It can't be a bad thing.
No, there's no way. Neil's here, he hasn't seen it, so if you could kindly open the door. You open it, I don't know,
That was a long,
2 or 3 inches.
time. Isn't it? No, not yet.
And I swore I saw it on the crack,
Yes.
where you can see between the left side of the door and the frame, it looked like something was moving back there.
Here goes.
There it goes.
Oh, yeah.
Shut it.
Look, again.
Shut it.
This is Neil. He's also with us.
It took longer than second for the last time. Can you open it more?
Open it more.
I think I'm good with her.
Why don't you open it going out?
Can't you do it any harder?
Whoa.
Slam the door. It's open more.
Yeah, go ahead.
Come on. Can we see you?
We went through that door.
Are we blocking your way or bringing a...
It still startles me every time.
What was that?
It's
Shut the door.
Holy crap.
To try to get to the bottom of the mystery, the team decided to try a new technique in the paranormal field, the Estus method, asking questions using a spirit box, but with one person wearing headphones so as not to hear the questions the others are asking.
Did they tell you that you could leave, but you're stuck here?
Are you angry?
It's moving. Yes. All right, so you're angry?
Who lied to you?
it said Scott. Are you angry with Scott? I was the first. Are you angry with me?
I just had a breeze go through me, Beth.
I was the first one that went back there. Did I upset you?
Thank you.
I'm sorry if I did.
Did someone lie to you?
Into
Did somebody hurt you?
Scott.
Do you not like Scott?
Was there a Dr. Scott?
Jason.
Jason Scott?
Was your name Jason Scott?
Did you hear that stuff?
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh. Steve, are you okay?
Anything relevant?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
we are down here.
Diane.
Is Diane your wife?
Should be picking up.
Was it Diane and Jason Scott?
Scott.
Did you die down here?
Help me. How can we help?
That just made me super tingle everywhere.
U.S.
U.S. Did you die in the pandemic outbreak in 1917, 1918?
Uh-huh. Holy smokes.
Pretty creepy
It is
tonight.
It is pretty creepy.
Yeah, I definitely have never seen anything like that before.
No, not especially just repetitive like
Repetitive.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, the door opening and closing, and opening and closing and opening and closing.
Yeah, we were excited for this though, the basement of 500, so it didn't disappoint.
Yes.
So we're back up on the first floor. Basement was very interesting.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. It's probably a better word. Yeah. The door opening and closing on its own, almost at times on command.
And multiple times.
Yeah. And not just 3, 4, 5. We're talking
Yeah.
a dozen times. And then all of a sudden it just stopped. And the door opened a little bit, and then it just wouldn't shut anymore. It was very interesting down there. We tried a new technique down there, a spirit box session where only one person could hear the sounds and voices over the spirit box with headphones on. Everybody else asked questions. There were some responses that seemed relevant, but I don't know if it was anything huge or groundbreaking, in my opinion.
Right,
But,
right.
you know, we're back up on the first floor and hallway lights are off, and we're just waiting for something to charge down at Maggie and Laura here. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud. But there are eyes on the hallway. Now we have another Maggie. This is her very first time. She's breaking her in. She works in this building. Maybe not after tonight, I don't know.
Oh
I asked her how much vacation time she had.
Not enough. We'll see. Maybe they all stay in the basement and on the first floor.
There you go.
We didn't pick up much of anything on the second floor, so maybe I'm all right still.
I think you're fine.
Yeah.
Oh, the light's on.
A light went on down there, like,
The rim?
no, like a light.
There a light just came on.
Like a light?
A light.
Overhead light.
Not like, I mean, a light.
All the way to the very end.
All the way to the very end.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Who wants to go with me? We're gonna go down and up around.
Okay,
Unless you want
you're gonna
guys.
put the lights on though, man.
No. We're gonna go downstairs.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Through the basement and back up the other.
Guys,
Light's on.
lights on in this office now.
What is?
The light
The light in
is
this
on.
office over here.
Serious?
Okay, we're in the stairwell, we're ready to open up the door.
Okay, they're gonna be opening up the door, coming through. Yep, I see him. Light just came on. There's a shadow figure down there. Oh.
What?
I swear that door handle just moved and tried to.
We got some action down here, I think.
I mean, I don't know, that one might be wind. Could that one be wind? Because it is an external door?
against the metal plating, but I don't know, it shouldn't, right?
Should.
I swear that the handle moved, though. Like, that's what scared me.
Laura opened up this exit door here, and there's a little breezeway in here, and she saw the door handle of the exterior door move.
Did you hear that? What is going on in this building?
Oh, and that light on there is on. Look at that light in there.
Did it just turn on?
Yeah.
Okay, we just had an office light turn on down here too.
Yeah, the office light turn on.
Yeah.
Bring this session of the legislature to order, please.
Eventually maybe we'll turn it off, but I'm just trying to think this. Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
The tracks that this particular train was barreling down were mere feet from the Capitol building. Being over 150 years old, one might be concerned about the stability of the building, but it was built strong, and while it shook a bit, we were never in fear of the whole thing collapsing on us. Well, at least after a minute or so.
But just listening to the building, listen to pops and creaks. Is there anybody here that would like to communicate with us tonight? This is our, well, for the men in here, this is our first time in this building. Andrew Reeder, are you in here? Were you not in here from July 2nd through July 6th of 1855?
We don't want slavery. No slavery. No slavery. Agree with me? Your
We mean no harm.
We would love to talk to you about your time here at the First Territorial Capital. As far as we know, we're the first group that's ever been in here, been allowed access in here to try to communicate with anybody that may be residing here. We won't be here long, but we would appreciate if you would at least try to reach out back to us and communicate with us. Who's here with us? Me?
Who's me? Name one person in this room.
Peg, I heard. It sounded like he's back behind me.
Yeah.
It sounded like a growl
I heard
or something moving.
Yeah,
like something scraped across
yes,
the floor.
that's what I thought I heard.
That's
The
okay.
scrape, yes.
Can you make that noise again, please? It's not the traffic. Now that you say that,
It sounded different than that.
well, see, that's what I thought too, Laura.
Well, it's about 20 till 1. Time to go back, get packed up. What do you guys think? It's real quiet.
In all, it was a great investigation at Summerall Hall and the first territorial capital of Kansas. The door opening and closing on its own, sometimes even on demand, was one of the greatest experiences our team has ever had when conducting investigations. Was it a lost soul trapped in the former morgue? Or maybe it was an attendant simply coming through the door, going about his business, tending to the bodies well over half a century ago. Whatever the case, Fort Riley again left us with more questions than answers. Perhaps that's the way it's simply supposed to be.